today's session with Ms. Sherihan, as we mentioned. Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you.
Yes. Our today's session is online, a switch to online reading, okay, with Ms. Sherihan Morsi. Ms. Sherihan Morsi is an EFL, she has got her EFL diploma from the Faculty of Education. She is also a TEFL and TESOL certified trainer from Notting Hill College, and she's one of our RELO mentor trainers. Welcome, Ms. Sherihan. How are you?
Alhamdulillah, fine. How are you, Ms.Anan? How's everybody?
Yes, fine, alhamdulillah.
Are you ready to dig it with reading online?
Yes, let's go.
Let's start. Okay, I will share my screen now. Okay?
Yeah, sure.
Okay, can everybody see now the screen?
Yes, it's clear.
Okay. So, welcome to RELO Cairo Mentors platform. It's my pleasure to be here today with you all. We are ready to think, empower, and inspire. And we are going to talk about switch on to online reading. Okay? So, what are you going to get from the session today? We are going to be able to teach different reading texts easily using different online techniques to enhance the students for the reading skills. Okay? So I want you now to think with me in this quote. With the growing popularity in e-learning, it occurred to me that the E should mean more than electronic. If we are going to call it e-learning, shouldn't it be effective, efficient, and engaging? What do you think of this quote? I want you to write your opinion in the chat box now.
Hello, dears. Try to think, yes.
Yes, agree. Everybody agrees. Great.
Yes.
Yes, so e-learning, our main goal in e-learning now is to be more effective, very efficient, and sure, very, very engaging, right? Okay, so again, I want you to think of these two pictures. You will see the online reading and a face-to-face reading lesson. Can you guess what are the differences and the common points between these two pictures? Can you write them down in the chat box? What do you think they are common in, or they have things common together? Learning, very good. There is an input, great. Face-to-face, yes. Practice reading, excellent. Teacher and student, great. Khadija, very nice. Same skill. Communication. Teacher-centered. Pronunciation, very good. Great answers. Wow, you are marvelous. The replies are more than great. Education, distance learning, slimming, two-way communication, excellent. Excellent. All the answers are more than great. Wow. So let's see what are the common points between online and face-to-face. The very first thing is both of them, we need to have a read-in process when we start our lesson. We need to have a while reading activities and while reading practices and while reading skills we have to prepare with our students. Either we are working online or we are working in a face-to-face reading session. And last but not least, the post-reading activities, the production of what we read, the production of what we discussed with our students in the form of discussion, in the form of a writing part, in the form of practicing grammar and vocab. It is a kind of post-reading activity. So they are both common in lesson structure. When we are preparing an online reading, we are exactly doing the same preparation as in the face-to-face reading, sticking to lead-in processes, then while reading activities, then post-reading activities. Okay? So, what are the online reading challenges? There are, of course, some challenges we can face while we are having an online reading. Can you guess in the chat box what are they? I will show you one picture and you can guess what is this challenge. Write them down in the chat box. From this picture, can you guess what is the first challenge? Engagement. Controlling your students. Interaction. Very good, Farah. But this picture, this specific picture shows us the very first challenge we can face with our students. It is the age. The age of your learner, the age of the academic level of your learner is the very first challenge we face when we are having an online session or an online reading. Okay, because if you are having an intermediate level, it's totally different from a beginner level. When we are having a younger age, it needs support, it needs a lot of work, it needs different way of tackling the reading text totally completely from an intermediate or an advanced level of the student. So the very first challenge when we are having an online reading text or online reading lesson is the age. Next is this picture. What do you think this picture is showing us? Write down time. Yes. Excellent. Excellent. Yes, time. And this one? Time consuming. Yes, Mr. Muhammad. What about the other picture? Vocabulary, management. What else? The second picture shows us the reading skills, right? So the second challenge is how much reading needs to be done and how lesson time is best spent. And of course, what reading skills will you practice? These are the things and the challenges that we are facing when we are having our online reading. Okay? So let's see how can we face these challenges. Let's now go open the door or click on the computer or the laptop and start our online class. Okay? So here, the very first task, this is a paragraph about ballet, a reading text. The learner age here is B2 level. It is an independent learner. The task here is giving example for referencing words in the paragraph. Okay? I want you now here to think. You will have 1 minute to skim and scan and think about two things. Will this task, will this paragraph be tackled online or at home? I will give it to the student to do it at home, or I will do it with him online. And number two, and the second thing you will think about is how can you tackle it? What are the best ways to tackle this paragraph? Okay, I will give you 1 minute to think and write down your answers in the chat box. Hi, Mr. Muhammad. Online and real class. Yes, it can be on online and real class. Do you think that it should be tackled online or at home with the class? Flipped. Mr. Khalid saying it will be flipped. Flipped classroom. Okay. Khadija is saying at home. Can be done at home. Farah. Okay. Both, Mr. Hani. At home, Mr. Mahdi. Both online and at home. Both. Bear in your mind that it is a B1 level, which means that it is not an advanced level for the student and not a beginner at the same time. Okay? So here, this task is to be done online with your students. Because here I have the academic level of the students is not very high, so it needs support from the teacher, requires support from the teacher, requires me to help them to do, it is a short text, so I can do it with them online. The level of the student is not very high, it is not very high academic level, so it needs support, requires support from the teacher. So I have to read with them in details, and I have to discuss with them every single minute detail in the text. So this paragraph is to be done online, and of course at the end of the session I will give them a kind of reference they will refer to at home. Okay, let's move to another text. Think now about this text. It is for the age for the learners, teenagers, B1 level. The task here is they will answer set of short answer questions. Then they will have a choice to select the best summary for this article. So this article, should it be done at home or should it be done online with my students, and I will discuss with them every detail with them online. Give me your answers in the chat box for 1 minute. Better at home. Why it is better at home? The level of the students, teenagers, B1 level. Yes, excellent, Hind. It needs time. At home. Farah. Mr. Hatem thinks at home because it's too long. Ms. Hind, they have to think quietly. Very good, excellent reply. So here, as you can see, this is the text. This is the kind of questions they are going to have. They will have a set of questions to choose from them. And at the end, the ending question will be like a postcard, which is a summary of the text they had. Okay? So what do you think? It is online or at home? Yes, excellent, Hind. Yes, this task should be done at home. This is, as Mr. Khalid mentioned in his in the chat box, it is a flipped classroom. This kind of text, it is much better to be given before as a handout to my students. And I ask them because they don't need my support. They don't require my scaffolding and teaching them every detail. So they can have it on at home, read it, do the tasks. They can answer the questions. They can do the multiple choice questions. Okay, and then I will come with them online to discuss. I can do some speaking skills. I can do some discussing about checking the answers that they have answered, and I can do some extra level activities like asking them to give me the summarization they said. We can have more discussion. We can have more kind of conversation and speaking activities. Okay? So clear till now? Everything is clear? How I can choose, pick and choose and do my online text reading online? Is it clear? before we move to the next one? Okay, great. So here, another text we have to think of, shall we do it online or shall we do it at home, and why? Online, great. The age here is pre-A1. It means that they are pre-intermediate or pre-beginners. Okay, the age is like 7 years old. Okay, and the task here, they are going to true or false statements about the picture, true or false questions about the picture. Yes, excellent, Ms. Safinaz. It is a simple task. It is to be done online. We can do it online with our learners. It is for young learners, so young learners usually need support, need the scaffolding from the teacher, and it is easy for them to be done. They are true or false questions, so the task is very easy, and it will be very engaging to be done online with our students, and it won't take time because it's not very long. Excellent job for everybody. Actually, you are doing great. So here is a question I want you to think about. How can we display our work? What are the channels or the ways that we can display our work, our reading text with our students? There are many different channels and many different ways. We have the whiteboard app here in Zoom. We can click on sharing a whiteboard, or whatever application you are using, you will have a whiteboard app, okay? The second thing is a PDF. We can send the PDF for the learners, or we can show them a PDF, print off or view it on the screen. And of course, the very famous thing is the PowerPoint slide. So when we are displaying our work online, our reading text, we can use a whiteboard, we can use a PDF text, or we can use a PowerPoint slide. We are preparing it for the task. Okay, but there are some tips we have to consider while we are using this text, or while we are preparing this text. When we are showing our students the text, we have to cut it into smaller pieces, into smaller chunks, because we have to focus on this part, on this paragraph. Then it is followed by another paragraph. Then it is followed by another paragraph, okay? So it is very important for us, if it is a long one, or if it is something that we cannot display all on the screen, we can cut it into smaller pieces or smaller chunks, okay? The second important tip is that learners must have the whole text with them as a handout. Either we send it before, we send it via email, we send it via WhatsApp. It is already with them in their booklets, and we are discussing the work and doing the work with them online. They have to have the text with them later on or previous, according to the task you are going to work with. Okay? So here is the important slide that I'm going to discuss with you. It is some useful resources for online reading. Sometimes we are using our textbooks, and we are using our booklets, and we are using a lot of materials that we have doing reading text with our students. But there are some very nice online reading resources, and they are very useful because they are up to date, and they are dividing the reading according to the level of your students. They already have the material ready. They are having the questions, different type of questions. They have the audio for this text, so you can play the two skills together, the reading and the listening skill. You can do them together. So these online reading resources are very nice and very beneficial. So let's start with this one, Breaking News English Lessons, Easy English World. Here it is dividing the English lesson for 7 levels, starting from level 1 to level 7. And they are updated texts, okay? And they are, he is preparing for vocabulary that you are going to discuss for students, the different type of questions. Let's here click on the one. It is tackling breaking news. It is tackling, here can you see, you will have print 27 lessons, you will have exercise, you will have listening activities about this text, you will have types of reading. For example, here for speed reading, he will for you the text in different speeds, okay? Like this. Here he is going to, can you hear it? He is going to read the lesson for you in different speeds of reading according to the level of your students, okay? So this is very useful website. It has also flashcards for the reading text that you are discussing. You will find your flashcards ready, so it is very easy for you to prepare them and work with them online. Okay. The other online resource is the English News Easy Articles. It is another online resource. It is used with the students of English, and it is dividing the reading text into only 3 levels, okay? Into only 3 levels, according to the levels of your students. And also you will find different questions here. If we click on level 1, you will find here is the text, okay? And you will find difficult words with their definition. And then you will find some exercise and some activities about the text and some questions about the text that you are showing and discussing with them. And sometimes he has a video also for, this is a video, but it's not opening now. This is a video about the text, okay? So this is another online reading resource. Also, we have the very famous, and I like it, the very engaging and nice one. It is short stories for the kids. This is a British Council short stories. Here, he will discuss the story with you in all its forms. It is very useful for young learners, okay? He gives you the preparation of the story. This is the story. You can show it to them, and they can watch the video for the story, okay?
It's a black background. It's not working.
Yes, it's not, the video is not working. It's only working audio, but it is a video, okay? And then after we finish the video, you will find all the documents. You can print the story. You can print activities, different activities, and give them as a handout, or you can discuss it with them on online activities. And of course, you can print the answers as a reference for you and for your students. Also, you can have games, different type of games according to the story. So you will have the audio script, you will have the video script, you will have different type of games regarding this story. So it is very beneficial, very interactive. A lot of different stories you can find in this website, okay? And they are discussing different themes, different cultures. You will find under the sea and sea animals. If you are the sea animals, you will find a story about sea animals, angel, look out. If you are discussing some mystery and the fairy tales and the magic and such stuff, you will have Ali and the magic carpet, If you are discussing something about the circus, a theme of the circus, you will have circus escape, different stories, and they are very good. The students will listen to British accents, and they will be very engaged in the different activities they will have. Okay. Then we will have the last one, the last online resource, activities for learners learning English. It is according to Cambridge assessment. And here you will find the skill that you want to work with your students. And according to the level, you are going to open the reading text that you want. Either it is a basic level, independent, proficient, and the time you want them to work with. You want to have an exercise for 5 minutes, exercise from 5 to 10 minutes, for 10 minutes plus exercise, and you will find a lot of different activities and a lot of different reading texts. You can work with your students, very engaging and very nice to be done with your students easily, and they will enjoy it very much, and you as a teacher will enjoy it very much. Okay?
Yes.
Okay, so then we will move to the questions and answers. That's it. I've finished. I want to listen to your questions. Whatever question that you want, I'm ready to answer now. You're welcome, Ms. Hani.
If you have any questions, dear, just type it in the chat box. Is it clear for you all? Yes, okay. The resources we are going to tell you at the end of the session how we are going to deliver it to you. Okay. Any question regarding to today's session? Ideas for online games for reading. Okay, Ms. Sherihan.
Okay. Online games for reading. While you can have online games, you are having these texts. You can do some. You can practice the vocabulary with them in the form of disappearing and appearing of the words or covering the words. Okay. You can have the different skills with them that you will choose a very easy text and you will ask them to skim the text, and you will have the things that you want them to skim in bold or in a different color. This is a kind of online game. Okay. You can have them discuss it together, divide them into different rooms, and they will discuss certain tasks, and then they will come back with you online in the main class, and they will compare their answers. It will be very engaging and very challenging for the young age. Okay? Yeah. So these are different types of online reading games.
And Mr. Muhammad also suggested reading race. It's a very nice one.
Yes, it's a very nice one. Reading race is a very nice one and very engaging for the students also.
Yeah. Okay. Any other questions, dears? Okay. Is it clear for you all? Graded readers also. Yes. I'd like to thank you for, okay. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
Thanks a lot. Really, thank you so much. Any recommendation books for conversational activities that last 35 to 40 minutes?
Actually, in these resources, in these online resources, you will find some conversational activities that will last from 10 to 15 minutes and less. You can use them and you can share it with your students, and you can play with them different type of activities using these conversational activities in these online resources.
Yes. Okay. Thank you so much, Ms. Sherihan. Thank you.
Thank you, Ms.Anan. Thank you, everyone.
Kindly, we are gonna. We feel that you are getting disturbed between writing a review or whatever. So kindly write all your emails here to be able to send you the material via email. Okay, and for sure it would be better to leave us feedback on the last post of the announcement of this session. And don't forget to attend our session, inshallah, next Friday with Mr. Muhammad Ibrahim. If you want to know more about the American diploma, if you want to know more about the SAT format and how to teach it, join us on Friday, 15th May at 10 p.m. Okay? Yes, about teaching SAT. Waiting you all, and don't forget to leave your email and leave us a feedback or a comment at the post of the announcement of the session to know your feedback. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Ms. Anan. Thank you, everybody.
Thank you, Mr. Sherihan.
Thank you. See you soon, inshallah.
I'm gonna wait for a minute just to let them all write their emails.
Okay.
Teaching SAT, yes, teaching SAT for American schools and international schools. Yes, English. Yeah. And don't forget to join our Telegram channel and Facebook group. Thank you so much for being with us. Okay. Thank you for joining us today. Waiting you, inshallah, next Friday. And don't forget to like and follow our page and invite your friends to spread the benefit all over the world. Yani. Share just to get the benefit of sharing. Yes. Thank you.